Black women, I want to talk to y'all about Dr. Umar. Now, I do subscribe to his channel because I like to stay in touch with the craziness he's talking about, right? And this is real serious, right? So, I know that we have a lot of black women that are black male worshipers, right? And they like to hear black males like this guy talk like this. All this nation building and all of this community and da-da-da-da-da-da. Yet, this dude is not married. His family is not the united family he speaks of, okay? He has had his own, I guess you can call him crisis in the past where, you know, it was exposed he was with strippers and all type of stuff, right? So the point I'm trying to make is, black women, you really are gonna have to stop letting the whole world exploit you. I mean, every time I listen to this dude talk, he's basically equivalent to a Manosphere, Red Pill, all those foolish black dudes, except for he actually speaks the truth every now and then, right? And the majority of the other time, he's gaming you, running game on you to get money. Like, I watched this video today where he's trying to wrangle black women into buying a book he's going to put out about relationships, and then wrangle black women into going into stand-up tour dates where, again, of course, he's going to be asking money for you to come see him in a room, talk about shit that is imaginary. Like, even though he may fully be convinced of his own delusion, right? He doesn't understand that this nation building that he's talking about will never ever be done in life. Not in any of our lifetimes, and probably the next 100 generations, because black males are done. They're done. They've been done since they came out of slavery into the emancipation, suing the Supreme Court to have access to white women and other women, and deserted their wives and children. Listen, they're done, and they're never going to be right again. They are too obsessed with religion. They're too obsessed with white men religion, I should say that. Too obsessed with, and I mean all of it, Western religion, Abrahamic religion. They're too obsessed with that. And religion is man-made. There is no such thing as the gods they talk about. Now, if you believe in spirituality and you're into African spirituality, that's another thing. But anyway, they're too obsessed with religion. They're too obsessed with the part of patriarchy that gives them the elitism of being superior to women and making them think that they actually have the right to subordinate women and dehumanize women. So that's why everything he's talking about will never work. Because as intelligent as this man is, and I give credit where credit is due, right? When you talk to him about voting and trying to organize black people for movements that concern progression, economics, property building, things of that nature in community, he's on point 100%. But he loses his mind and falls right off the damn side of the bridge the same way every other black male does when they start talking about relationships. Because it is something in their Neanderthal mind where these troglodytes cannot really wrap their heads around the concept of women are not your helpmates. Women are not your servants. They are not your serfs. We don't come with the property. We don't come with predetermined roles in society where our whole life purpose is to serve you and take care of you and neglect ourselves and our children. That is not who we are. We were not born in this world to worship you and forsake ourselves. That is a crime against nature. It's so unnatural, even the fucking wind knows that. Every person put on this earth is a blessing unto themselves. You've been given the gift of life by an unknown source, from the universe, from nature, whatever, outside of that idolatry and indoctrination dogma of what white males put together as religion. Outside of that, the unknown forces of this world that make everything move, make everything exist, they breathe life into you. And you need to respect and appreciate that. And no person on the face of this earth has any more right to try to make another person feel like they are beneath them or that they're supposed to be controlled by them. And this is the thing that these black males really can't get out of their mind. And they never can wrap their head around. If you want to have a decent relationship with women, you have to literally come to grips with the fact that it has to be based on mutual respect, not lust, not your capriciousness for sex, not your insane egotistical need for being a fucking narcissist over another person. No. Or forcing someone to want to make themselves open to you and available to you because you feel entitled to them. No. And that is the reason why nothing is going to ever work between these black males who are not men and who need to go on a whole journey to find themselves again, to actually go through whatever types of rites of passage, African rites of passage, that they need to go to find their inner soul, inner person, inner child, and fix that shit from the top to the bottom. And not to be in relationships with black women, but to be decent fucking human beings on the face of this earth, which may lead to black women relationships, which I don't advocate for. Because when I think about how a person like him, Umar I'm talking about, can be so educated but yet be so fucking primal at the same time, it just screams to me that there are no hope for them with us. No hope. Because even him, when it really comes down to it, this is the guy that's always talking about having 2 wives and squeezing Cinnabons and not giving away cookies. Still, always coming from a stance of ownership and superiority versus inferiority, and I'm entitled to you because we have melanated skin and you need to wear your hair like this, don't wear this and don't wear that, and if I say jump, you need to be asking me how high. And never, no matter how smart or stupid these dudes are, never does it cross their mind or they truly understand. We are individual human beings. We don't need their permission to exist, nor do we need to be in relationships or have relations with them to exist. They like to pride themselves on being something that they are not. They are not needed when it comes to continuing black people. They are not needed when it comes to anything as far as humanity goes, because black women were here before everyone. And whether they believe in parthenogenesis or not, if it really came down to it, because black women genetically have a body that no one else has and has the ability to bring forth everyone else in the world, we don't have the same desires as the rest of you. And those of us black women who are so male worshipping and male identified, they were trained convinced and indoctrinated into thinking that way, devaluing themselves and having the lowest self-esteem on the face of the planet, to think that another person outside of themselves, the opposite sex of themselves, who have been historically known and currently known to disrespect who they are, devalue the black woman's humanity, devalue her right to life, her right to bring forth life, by killing the majority of black women who are impregnated every day by black femicide in this country and every fucking other. So black women, I really need y'all to push down that Cinderella fucking fairy tale and fantasy that you have been groomed into believing in and thinking that that is your lot in life since childhood, because it's not. I mean, I don't know how many of y'all know Anita Baker, but she has a really good song called Fairy Tales, and it speaks directly to what I just talked about. It speaks to not believing in this thing where patriarchy, misogyny, and just the society has made it where black women believe that their only mission in life is to be somebody's servant, bed wench, or whore, and be exploited by them for dollars. Let's stop that, okay? Have a good day.